Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for Black Clover episode 46. And if you're wondering as to why this is at like a different angle than before, it's because, well, I'm recording this from my laptop, and apparently my freaking computer got, like, my main computer got fried. So like I said, I'm recording this from my laptop, and yeah, for at least for pretty much as far as the near seeable future, until I can get a new computer, it's the majority of my videos are going to be from my laptop here. But yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. And so immediately the first plus of the episode is that, like last episode where his skills to fight Veto were basically useless, in this episode, Asta was basically literally and figuratively tossed aside, giving us more time to focus on other characters, which is good, because for me, I'm always kind of a big believer that you don't always need the main character to make an episode good, as long as the characters themselves are good. And in this episode, we basically have Kaido and Kahono pretty much fighting in tandem with each other, and it's funny, like, I never thought that they could make singing and dancing out look like a legitimate fighting style, but here they actually really make it work, and there's a lot of great action with just how Kono and Kaido work together with their singing and dancing combo. And like it's one of those things where you don't really think about it. It's one of those things where you don't really think about something like that being as epic as it is, but again, they make it work. And I guess looking back, a lot of martial arts and a lot of fighting styles are reminiscent of dancing too. So in a way it's kind of bringing it forward, I guess, too. And they were putting up a legitimate fight against Veto. That is, of course, until he started, actually getting serious again. At that point, they were just done. But of course, Kaido and Kahono were just the opening act, with Noelle being the one who stole the show in the episode. And the thing about her basically dragon spell she learns in this episode, about her new power, the dragon spell she gains in this episode, is that while her friendship with Kahono is what motivated her to obtain this power, what actually allowed her to harness the power herself was the fact that she pretty much just let go of all her bottled up fears and emotions about hurting people that she's been carrying around with her probably throughout the start of the series, really, and realized that, yeah, if I really want to protect people, then I have to be willing to fight. Like, protecting people is more about defending them. It's really about standing up for definitely what you believe is right. So and the biggest obstacle of her being able to do that was basically all of her fears, all of her emotions were basically holding her back. But by letting go, she was able to harness her full potential and her full power. And it's like, yeah, it was just an amazing epic showdown in that regard. Of course. And the thing is about Noelle learning this lesson is that it is, of course, a very simplistic message, but in a lot of ways it was still handled pretty well here, and it allowed Noelle to come full circle, even if she couldn't stop Veto, but she sure as hell did make him sweat. And actually, and since I'm basically on what happened to Veto, like, let's talk about it, because to me, I don't know what it is. I think it's probably like a weird censorship thing, but there was definitely a weird censorship thing going on in this episode for me after Veto's arm got basically blasted off by Noelle, which is that definitely for the most part they kind of censored it out with smoke, but then there was also the times where there wasn't smoke around his wound, so it's like it was kind of a weird thing where they censored it but then didn't censor it. It's like it's one of those weird censorship things where I'm not sure what it is they were trying to go for, because it was kind of like you kind of in a way that they kind of already censored it, but by just putting black around the wound. So I don't get what the smoke was for. It was what the constant use of smoke was for. Definitely the initial use of smoke made sense, but after a while, it's like, really gonna keep using smoke on that wound? Really? It's like, yeah, you didn't need smoke. We kind of get you're censoring it already, so yeah, it's kind of a weird censor to be sure in this episode. Also, also speaking of Veto, I'm not gonna lie, the dude actually brought up a very interesting point I never thought about with these shonen stories before until now, which is that he basically said that in order for one's dream to be accomplished, a lot of times people end up trampling on others as well. I mean, yeah, in a way, yeah, we've seen something akin to that in Naruto, but I think definitely compared to Naruto, compared to here, like in Naruto, it was really just kind of one of those things that was alluded to. But here, we pretty much got a full blown like basically look at what he's basically talking about with that whole flashback. Which, yeah, that whole scene we got, who we can assume is licked on his wedding day, like that scene of everyone at the wedding being murdered. That we just got all we needed to know why he hates the Clover Kingdom. I mean, what happened in that scene was on some Game of Thrones red wedding type shit, and like I definitely want to know more about what happened there. I mean, I got the basic gist, but I want to see more of that scene in the future. Like what exactly happened in that scene? Like who was the one who cast that spell that basically killed him? Like it's fucking nuts. And the thing about this whole message too is that about people trampling on others' dreams in order to achieve theirs. It really is. It's actually even a message that honestly isn't just restricted to like Naruto or like this is a very this is a very simple message that can be carried over from like any series and any series at all, whether shonen, seinen, or just any kind of, or it's basically a lesson in life we can take. Like, yeah, we basically all have dreams, but we have to accept that, of course, in order to achieve those dreams, we today kind of end up trampling on others in order to make it happen. Like it's just a fact of life. So it is interesting how Black Clover is taking a lot of these lessons that of course have been done in other shonen stories, but they're applied in such a way where we can basically relate them to basically anything, and not just other shonen series, but just life lessons in general. Like it's really kind of, when you look at that, it's actually kind of intriguing in a way. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for this review. It was a very simple episode this week. It was just another fight of Noelle, Kohono, and Kaido against Veto, which at this point I'm like Gifso, I don't know what the fuck is up with your spell, but you need to find a way to lower that shit, because Yami needs to get in there fucking fast. Like seriously, I don't think, like I know that Asta kind of made his reappearance at the end of the episode, but I doubt he's gonna be able to hold out long. So yeah, Yami, you need to get your ass in there now. I don't know how Gifso's gonna do it, but you need to get in there now. But yeah, guys, that's all I got. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. That's not even me. Signing off. Later, guys.